right. This is Master of Nyarlathotep, which I have as episode 29. We are still in England with Natalia, Shelley, and joined by Rory from the IRA. So it's been a little while, but as we recall, hopefully, the trio is currently waiting in a small village, or small town, I guess I should say, of Colchester, waiting for a call from their friend. Geez, who was it now? It's been so
Philip
long.
Greenwald.
Philip. Yes, from Philip, who is supposed to be watching our good buddy to see when he is finally going to show up. You're hoping that old Gavigan will head out this way, and you can ambush him, which you have been planning. So, we had some issues, some kind of soap opera-y stuff that happened last time. Was there anything particular that you wanted to do while you are waiting, other than just wait for that call and sort of be prepared for that? It is, let's see, let's look at the calendar. It is, we were stopping on the 20th, which was a Friday. Training montage, yes.
Can't think of anything that Natalia would do in the meantime.
I think
Go ahead.
maybe we might try to telephone the hospital. I don't think they can trace calls back in the day.
Oh, definitely not. I mean, they could. Well, it would be very hard if they were prepared to do it. They might, they would have somebody standing by the operator. Where is that call going to?
Right.
It would have to be manual. It would have to be somebody, prepared to do it, and sort of overhearing, or having the operator work for them, tell them stuff. So yeah,
I don't think
not possible.
we two ladies merit that kind of special treatment. So,
Probably not. Yeah.
all right. So probably we'd call the hospital and check on Thaddeus.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, so let's imagine you call them on Saturday, then. And the report is the doctors say that he is doing well. He's making a slow but steady recovery. They expect that if he continues this, he ought to be able to leave the hospital sometime next week, if he can be, provided some sort of care, preferably by a nurse.
Shelley will leave a message that if he makes some sort of miraculous recovery, or he doesn't hear from us, that we'll be staying at the regular place.
What does regular place mean? Your apartment that you rented
Well,
out in the city, or what?
I'm hoping he would understand.
Oh, that's just the
that
message at the regular
right
place. Okay.
that it was that farmhouse, because that's where he would probably
Okay,
go to get
so-
any information about us if we
So that's
disappeared.
code. Yep. Okay.
Right.
The regular place. Very good. Yeah, the nurse on duty kind of seems a little mystified by that, but she takes your note down and says she'll make sure he gets it the next time. She'll have an orderly take it to him next time he's awake.
Do you have any messages for Thaddeus, Natalia?
Natalia kind of thinks on it. Hmm. Um, out of character, I think I gave him. Oh wait, he wouldn't have the letter. She just shakes her head. No. Um, just tell him that we'll see him soon.
Yes, just please tell him that we'll see him soon and that he should just rest and recover, not to rush it.
All right. She does that. Can you, Shelley, make a charm roll for me, please? Wah, wah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. um. All right. So, anything else other than just sort of waiting, trying to prepare? Natalia, you and Alan have a much better couple of, your Saturday is better. He seems a little less distant. Um, yeah, and a little warmer.
Yeah, she's been laying off the books at this point. She's kind of not burying herself in any research. Um, really, at this point, she's just kind of spending the time, well, waiting by the phone, of course, for the call.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, she's just kind of spending the time with Shelley um, and also Alan.
Okay. All right then. Um, it is. We'll move on to Sunday. Um, at sometime in the kind of late evening on Sunday, you're probably getting a little antsy by now. You get a phone call.
Natalia,
And your host, hands you the phone.
she immediately kind of goes down. A burst of energy. She doesn't run down to the phone, but it's a very quick walk. And she quick. This is Natalia.
It's Philip. He sounds a little out of breath over the phone. He says, "Hello, Natalia."
Hello, Philip.
Yes, it is I. I'm calling from the road, actually. I didn't have much time, I'm afraid, to call you. Things happened very quickly.
What do you mean?
Mr. Gavigan went to the foundation again this morning. He's been going every day for the last 4 days, and I've been waiting outside, watching him from across the street. I noticed he stayed rather late today, later than usual. A couple of a truck and a car pulled in to the back of the foundation, and Mr. Gavigan's car and the other two left together. I followed them. I didn't have time to call you, so I've followed them out of the city. I believe they're on their way. They're heading in the general direction.
All right. Thank you, Philip. Thank you. And she actually quickly hangs up after that, and she'll hurry back to kind of gather Shelley.
You can hear him go, yeah, and then you hang up.
Shelley looks at Natalia. I didn't hear all of it, but it sounds like
They're coming.
this is it.
The
Is Rory with us?
Yeah, I imagine Rory wouldn't be too far away.
It's time.
But how much time do you think we have?
We should leave now. They're already on the road.
And Rory just nods his head. Better double check to make sure we got everything.
Good idea.
Make it
Yep,
quick.
I imagine this would be like your quintuple check point at this juncture.
Yeah. One thing Shelley, has been sure to pack besides all the weapons and the camouflage and whatnot is oversized clothing, very muted colors and, like balaclavas or things to cover their face. It's chilly weather, so it's probably not going to stand out too much.
Yep. Okay. And it is, as you probably recall, a moonless night, so it's going to be quite dark.
Shelley pulls out her masterwork, the helmet flashlight.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, she's had time to add a drink cup and straw if she wants
Yep.
over the last couple of days.
Get wasted and shine some light on the battle at the same time.
Yep. Okay. Well, you check things out. I'm sure you've done a pretty thorough job. We will make sure of that when the time comes, because that's when you would discover if you did forget anything, but I'm going to assume you have checked and checked and checked.
Yeah, and she does a double check on the car too. I don't remember exactly what the results of the.
It was really good.
Oh wait, you.
You had it going very well. Now you have that engine purring.
Yeah, make sure it's 100% full with gas, and not to mention the gas they're bringing with them.
Yes, exactly. And I won't make you roll a driving check to see if you fumble and crash and all die in a huge explosion of gasoline. Okay, so you've got everything. It's already dark. By your watches, it's about 8 o'clock.
Well, I think they take off as soon as they can. They've got a head start, but they need to not pass up any turns in the dark, or they need to make sure they end up in the right place.
And if you remind me, your ambush spot was somewhere like right around here, correct?
I think Rory said it was better to have the element of surprise than what were the two ambush spot options? We had one where it was easily hide the car, and another one where it was...
there's a place where you could hide the car like along here, if you knew they were coming this way. Obviously there are multiple tracks along here, dirt roads, these dotted lines. So you're not 100% sure, obviously, which one of those they will take. This track here is certainly usable. This is the best road, and this one. These two are pretty decent roads.
So really, this is the only sure place.
That's the only place you can be positive they will have to go that way. Yes, that's why.
Right. So I think we're going to park the car off the road a bit further up from where we're going to ambush so they don't see it.
I think we agreed that there were some woodsy areas over here, that was the closest you were going to get the car, because this is this green patch and this part in here, this is all practically open marsh. There's not a lot of cover, and anywhere where you could get the car into cover, it would be, partly underwater in mud,
Right.
which would likely mean the car would be stuck. So the closest safe dry spot is somewhere over here, really.
All right.
Or up this way. You have a choice. Those
I
are
know we also
dry
painted
areas.
that like a tarp, I think.
Yep.
Mhm,
Yep.
Cover the
We've
car.
got a painted tarp.
Because I think it's back here that we were gonna park the car and then run up
Okay.
and then hide up there.
Yep. Okay. So you all head over that way. Which way do you go? This is the most direct route from where you are, and then up that way. So I assume that's how you want to come into the area.
I think so. I mean, it takes, 4 hours to get from London?
And
Yeah,
they could be
it's
3
about
hours
it's
out.
about 4 hours. Yes. By the time you get here, they could be less than 2 hours out, possibly.
Right.
You'll get here around 9 something.
But they're not going to beat us or even, I mean, we've got time. So,
Well, yeah. He wasn't very specific about how long ago they left, but you got the impression, it wasn't too long after.
I'm okay with that route. Does anybody disagree?
Nope.
That's good.
Okay. You go up that way. You can see that the town of Walton on the Nez from there, because it's a little higher up in elevation. When you look down, it's not that much higher up, but you can see it kind of across those fields. The town itself is still, I wouldn't say brightly lit, but it's still fairly well lit, which is a little unusual for a countryside village like that. Usually after dark, things quiet down. Maybe a pub is open, a couple lights here and there. But you've driven by here a few times at night to scout out, and it's fairly obvious that the town is a little more lit up than normal.
Coincidence?
I don't know. What do you think that's about?
They may have something to do with it. I don't know. I don't. It's pretty close. They could have some sort of hold.
It's true. I don't suggest we detour and find out.
No, I think we just stick to plan.
Okay. And you drive over and find your little hiding spot that you have prepared. And all seems to be going according to plan. You said you were going to cover it with a tarp.
Yeah.
That will certainly help, so that there isn't any metallic reflection. Although, as I said, the moon is practically nothing tonight. So it is an unusually dark night.
Yeah, she doesn't take chances. She's gonna cover it with that tarp that she painted, splotchy, dark brown.
Yep. Okay. That is done.
And then I guess they are starting to lug things down the road to where the ambush point is. Gasoline and the box of cocktails with their rifles slung across their shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
The road spikes.
Dahlia's got on her usual brass knuckles as well. She's kind of wrapped her knuckles beforehand before putting them on. They're still kind of bruised from the other day.
Shelley seems both excited and nervous, and she keeps glancing down the road as if she expects to see headlights coming. She keeps
Yes, she remembers
adjusting,
this place.
yeah, adjusting her, the mask, her, the kind of warm woolen mask she has over her face, and the hat she has over her head is somehow going to provide some sort of protection.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, so you find your planned spot more or less. Again, it's especially in the dark. I assume you are not going to use flashlights at this point, or are you?
Not unless it's absolutely necessary. I mean, they're going to be able to tell where the road is.
Mm-hmm.
And really, all they're going to need to do is pick a spot and start
Right.
laying the spikes, start spreading the gasoline, and I think they'll be having their headlights on, so we'll see them coming, and if not, we'll hear their car. So
Yeah, it's slow going in the dark, but yeah, you have sort of rehearsed this. You've had plenty of time to figure out what you are going to do. The only unknown is exactly how much how much marshy area you're going to have to be in, because it varies. But you've kind of picked a spot and started putting your stuff out and then scouting to find the best place. Rory, I think it only fair to remind you, you had planned to also kind of spike that gate lock.
Yes, he's definitely gonna break off a piece of metallic. I'm not sure what he actually found, if he found anything.
Shelley could have given him a
Oh,
big
absolutely.
nail that she had used in the road spikes.
Yes, because he doesn't want nobody coming in or out of that gate.
Yep.
So he'll go ahead and after setting everything up, he'll go over there and do that. He's kind of looking like on a mission. He's not breaking focus from what he's doing.
Yep. Okay. Again, it takes a little effort in the dark to do that. Rory, why don't you give me a dexterity check? Extreme. Okay. You have
Nice.
Yeah. All right. You do just fine with the spiking, and you're fairly certain it's going to be quite a job for somebody to undo your handiwork. It will definitely delay them significantly.
Yeah, after he fiddles with it for a while, he's gonna kind of sit back and kind of try to stare at it and give himself a little smile. But I don't think anybody would be coming out this gate anytime soon.
Yeah. From here you can imagine, again, it's very dark, but you think you might be able, just for a moment, make out sort of the top floor of the house down the road at the end there, over the trees. It's, as I said, very dark, but there's a tiny bit of light every once in a while coming through the clouds overhead. But all seems quiet, and you haven't noticed any kind of attention whatsoever. Everything seems just like it should on a Sunday night in the country.
Once they've chosen a place to kind of hunker down, Shelley will and have soaked the area with gasoline. Shelley's going to draw just a little trail of gasoline from that road down to where they are. Maybe she'll be able to light it from a distance.
Oh, that's not going to be possible.
Too marshy.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Okay.
the road is really just a. You think, Shelley, from as you're setting up, this is sort of like an artificially created embankment to rise above the marsh, and you're imagining it probably has to be maintained fairly regularly, or it will just sink.
Gotcha.
There's like almost no dry anything on either side of this road.
Okay. That makes sense. Well, I guess we're going to have to rely on our good throwing arms to get that fire lit.
Okay. You find, how far away from the road do you want to be?
Ooh, that's a toughie. I mean, because it's visually, I imagine we could lay down and hide pretty well, since we would be underneath on the other side of an embankment.
Yeah, and there are things like rotting fallen logs and things like that you could sort of hide behind a little bit, provide some sort of wet cover.
So we could run at them just as soon as their cars stop, but we could wait a bit to see if they come out of the car to see what was on the road that busted tires.
Well, either way, if they get to the gate, they still have to get out to open it. It won't open.
Well, so where you're ambushing them is I'm assuming. How far from the gate do you want to be where you're ambushing? That's another question, right? I would assume it's not right in front of the gate, or is it?
Well, I would say we're not too far away from the gate, but probably within 15 feet of the road, right? If there's available coverage.
Oh, 15 feet! Wow. Okay.
Not of the gate, but of the road, like where we're hiding. But for the gate, I'd say it's safe, like a fairly safe distance. So in case someone did bust through, it would still take them a few minutes.
Okay. 15 feet is very close. That's 5 yards, you realize.
From the road, we're not that
the road.
Close to the. Yeah, I mean, we can wait farther back because we'll see them coming.
You can. I'm just. I want to.
Right.
Close enough so we can throw in the molotovs is the thing. Though I think, Natalia would mention. I think that maybe once we know that the car is about to stop, run over the spikes, and right as we see them, we should run up right before they hit the spikes.
Right. I think we can safely stay back 30 feet and still have plenty of time to kind of time things.
Mm-hmm.
And that way, if someone, I don't know, just in case, we wouldn't be as visible.
All right, so
30 feet's good.
10 yards then ish. Okay. I can do that.
And I think we would be positioned as far as the ambush. Are we going to try to be in front of it, behind it, or parallel to it? The whole lit area. Between it and the gate,
That's another
behind it, or on the side?
I think parallel.
Okay.
All right, so you want to be about 10 yards away from the first vehicle that's going to hit the spikes. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I can arrange for that. Okay. Well, you guys slosh to your hiding place, and you've got your little crate of Molotov cocktails. How many of these suckers have you made? You can fit 12 to a crate.
I can't see that we could have really lugged more than 3 crates.
Oh, definitely not. Not with all the other stuff you have to. I was actually thinking maybe 2.
2 crates, probably.
Yeah, with the rest of the stuff. Okay. So, well, I mean, that's 24 Molotov cocktails. That's
I think we'll be good.
Quite a lot. Okay.
Oh, we should set. We're 30 feet back, but I mean, in terms of throwing, we should set the Molotovs, like have them kind of laying down or something, 15 feet away, so we can run up and grab them instead of lugging cases, basically.
Okay. You can certainly do that. You realize in the dark it's going to be very hard to find these things. Like to run up and just reach down and grab one, you're as like to trip over one as, or, you know, kick one as you are to be able to see where it is and pick it up. That is unfortunately a side effect of a moonless night.
Okay. Ellen, Natalia carry one crate, and Shelly and Rory carry the other as we run. And we can put them down and kind of...
We don't have any rope, do we?
I would assume, since you've had so much time to plan, you certainly could have a coil of rope.
You could place the boxes by like one of these twiggy trees or something, tie a rope to it, and then we will take it back with us to our hiding spot. That way it's really easy to follow to where the boxes are, if that's what you want to do.
Okay. That would be a little slow and awkward, but you can. It's certainly better than trying to run up and just feel around for one to grab.
Yeah.
That could go. I mean, in all fairness, you can see plainly that would be like, oh man, that's gonna be tough. So
we each have one in hand.
Yeah, good idea. Good idea.
Okay. That sounds good. All right. What about... So if you guys want, you can all give yourself Molotov cocktails. If you remember how to do that on your abilities tab, there is a macro for Molotovs way down at the bottom. And make sure also that you have any other weapons enabled that you have with you.
We did take rifles.
I did bring my 303 Vickers machine gun, right?
I did take my elephant gun too.
Yes.
I've got a shotgun. I don't know what you mean for enabling a weapon.
So there's
show as token action.
Yeah. Check on show as token action, and you will now have that in your macro list.
It's not in my weapons list.
If you scroll down, under abilities on the attributes and abilities section, if you scroll down, you'll because it's like flamethrower, 75 millimeter. There should be Molotov cocktail between Vickers and the signal flare.
I
think you're on the wrong tab, probably.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, you have to go to the attributes and abilities tab.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And then no, that's not duh. So yeah, all the weapons are in that list.
Okay.
So you just have to turn it on.
Can we have a flamethrower?
Not really, but you have a thrown flame, if you count a Molotov cocktail as that. Let's see. What does Alan have? You did. He could have a 303 as well. He's got his .38 revolver.
So
That's bad.
is my shotgun just a 10 gauge or 12 gauge?
That's really kind of up to you. I don't honestly remember which one you said it was.
Whatever is the most
12 is
common.
12 is typical.
Yeah.
No.
So we've got that. We also have a pistol that we got from
Oh yeah.
that lady.
We got a few pistols.
Yeah.
Why aren't you a pistol? Rory would certainly have a handgun of some kind as well. Almost certainly a revolver.
Natalia has the gun, but she's probably not going to be shooting.
I'll just take a
Cocktails and
38.
punching.
A 38 revolver. So that seems pretty common.
It is quite available and manageable. All right. Well, you wait there, and I am going to call a brief intermission before we get things going crazy
Yes. I will be back.
here. Hey.
Hey, I'm as long as they don't have any machetes, Natalia's fine.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like knives, they scare me.
Macheteville coming up.
So if things go badly and we have
You
to
mean
retreat,
when things go badly,
Oh,
right?
shut up!
Well, with a bunch of 20s throwing Molotov cocktails.
Yeah.
try to make it back to the car.
All right.
If it's me driving, I'll wait as long as I can.
Ugh, we have to kill him.
Well, this is the time that counts.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are sitting there waiting. Time passes. Unfortunately, you can't even see the hands of your pocket watch to see what time it is exactly without putting some light on of sorts. But eventually, you can see the faint glow of light off down the road and to the right. So probably coming from that other side road.
I'm gonna assume that's them. Don't think anybody else would be driving around up here.
You have
It's
not seen a soul.
It's either them or another member of the cult. Shelley shrugs. I won't know until we see the car. And by then, it'll kind of be too late.
What if it's another member? May I suggest we don't use the cocktail? We might be able to kill whoever's in there and move the car yet.
Good idea. We'll give it a shot. Wait until they... If I don't think it's them, we'll wait until they get out of the car to check out their flat, and then we'll take them out.
You see the sweep of headlight turn left onto this road, and you can tell there are other cars behind it too, other headlights. Like a small convoy.
How many headlights?
Give me a spot hidden check, please.
No idea.
It is at least 3. It could be more.
I
At
can
this
tell.
distance, it's a little hard to tell.
Where is the button?
Is there a pray button?
Oh, pray to God.
Just the first one, this first spot hidden. If I let everybody do it, someone's guaranteed to succeed. It's like a group check.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So yeah, you, as it gets closer, I will again let you try a spot hidden. This time with a bonus die.
Who's got the sharpest
whoever wants to
eyes?
do that? Yeah.
That's Natalia.
Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, you're all looking obviously, but Natalia has the best shot at it. So go ahead.
Sure. Pray for me. Nope, I'm sorry.
You're just not sure. But again, you are quite certain it's at least 3 vehicles. And the thing is, it's with the lights kind of coming down the road at you, and it's having to wind along that dirt embankment. So, the light kind of sweeps in and out, and it's impossible to see, what kind of car or anything is. All you can see are headlights kind of, swaying back and forth as it and kind of bouncing as the cars bounce over this rough causeway.
How close are they bunched together, does it look like?
That's a little hard to tell, but they're fairly close, within maybe 10 yards or so of each other. So obviously they are traveling as a bunch, without getting too bunched up, because you can imagine trying to drive on this road, and you wouldn't want to be right on the tail of somebody else either, in case they had to stop short.
Sure.
They're not moving very quickly either.
Shelley looks at Natalia and Rory. It's impossible to tell from here, but if I were them, the front driver would be the one most familiar with driving this area.
So we take out the front car. I don't know how many, maybe 3, maybe more, but they might have met in the town beforehand. But we should take out the front car.
The front car is gonna hit the caltrips.
You're guessing you have less than a minute at this point before they hit your point.
Back car needs to be disabled.
Shelley suddenly says, oh my God. Oh my God. They're gonna be bringing people.
Oh shit. We can't think about that.
She shakes her head. She says, yes. She says, okay, let's go. Because, you said it's less than a minute. They got to start moving forward.
Okay. So what distance do you want to be? About 5 yards still from the road, or is it that you want to be 10 yards from the road to make your attack?
Our ending distance from when we move forward?
Yes.
At least, yeah. I mean, 10 would probably be the max.
Okay.
Well,
I think
Shelley's not super strong. She knows she's going to have to get up probably within 5 feet. 5 yards.
Yeah.
So then 5 yards it is.
5 yards.
Okay. I need a group luck check then, as you are moving up, to see if the headlights happen to sweep over you as you're moving up. So,
Shelley?
I've got a
I
47.
don't know what I have.
yeah. I'm going to do it randomly here.
Okay.
So
there you
we're
go.
just going to go down the list. I have Rory through Alan. Actually, Alan doesn't count because he's...
Oh, he is 99 luck.
So it is Shelly who needs to make the luck roll.
Yes.
You are lucky. For a moment, it appears that the lights might be sweet because this road here is the causeway's windy right here, and it kind of swerves back, and you all kind of instinctively duck down, and you're almost sure they must have seen you, but apparently not. And as you're moving up, let's see. Everybody can either give me a strength or a dexterity check to move through this marshy muck without getting stuck or slowing down.
Oh,
Natalia's there. Rory. Okay, Shelly, you're a little behind. So Natalia's moving along the rope first. Shelly, you and Alan... Yeah, you and Alan are sort of stuck at the back. Like, Natalia kind of rushed ahead first. And then Rory got in after her. So now... and you suddenly hear you hear the sound of a tire popping a couple times, and the car is in front of you now, kind of parallel with you, and lurches to a stop. Natalia, give me a dex check to grab one of the molotovs, since you're kind of following the rope to the
we said we were all holding one.
Yeah, we were all holding one.
Oh, it's a separate rope. There's 4 different ropes.
We're all holding one.
Oh, you're all holding one. That's right.
Yeah,
so you have one in hand. Okay, so what are you doing? Let's. I'm gonna actually move you to the map so you can see. You have to scroll over to the right.
See this.
So that is where you are.
Yeah, she's gonna throw it.
Okay, what is your aiming spot?
That's like, this is where the fire, or the gasoline.
Yeah, I'm assuming you placed the gasoline like all around.
Yeah, we just soaked the road.
Soaked the road all around there.
Her aim is, kind of at the car itself, but she'll be happy if she hits the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Just to see if she can basically just light the entire place up.
Okay.
Sucks.
All right. Oops. I just did something.
No.
The road vanished.
It's
The
sucked
road
under by the marsh.
Yeah, that's not what I meant.
So did it roll over the spikes? Like, is that other car about to roll over them?
They all stop, right? So they all kind of...
Right. I just didn't know if he had made
stop.
it to the spikes before he stopped.
Yeah, he went over the spikes and then...
The front car went over the spikes, right? So when they come to a stop, the other 2 behind them kind of also come to a stop. They were a little further apart than they are now, but there's a moment where they kind of...
the spikes are like right there or something.
Yeah, not quite. Yeah, it's more like probably closer. Like, the car didn't get very far. It hits the spike. They're not going very fast, right? The tires go out, and then it's like they just stop.
Okay.
All right, so Natalia, you can make your check.
Throw in.
Yep.
Okay. It's not good. Oh god, where is the Molotov? Oh, it's at the top.
So what is your exact aiming point? Are you just aiming at the car, or are you aiming at the road right next to the car?
I'm gonna aim actually kind of at the road, but by the driver's side.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, the driver's side would be on the other side, but
Mm-hmm.
so passengers.
Okay.
She'll hit the ground there to light the entire place.
Okay. Make a
Here we
throw. Okay. Well, you hit something, but let's see how far off. So roll a die 10 for me twice. The first will be whether you're left or right, and then the second will be how far you overshot or undershot. Or you might get it right on if you're lucky. So actually pretty close to where you want it, a little bit more ahead of the car. Now roll another one and let's see over or under. Quite a bit under. So you kind of lean back to throw, and you sort of lose your balance a little bit, and toss, and you don't get the power that you were hoping for, and it's going to land
Oh fuck!
right nearby.
Oh, they might have noticed that.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah. Also, and it's in the marsh too, short of the gasoline, sadly. Okay, we need to get some initiatives going now because things just got real.
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys.
That's just a dice. It's the way it goes.
I had a flashback from Star Wars.
I know. I throw it backwards. Bounce it off a wall. It comes all the way back. Where's initiative?
It should be on your token.
Oh, thank you.
Initiative firearm or initiative?
No, initiative normal. Actually, I thought I had gotten rid of fire. I'm not going to use that anymore. Just
Well,
normal.
we do have. Hopefully, our arms won't be on fire. You know.
Yeah. All right. Let's get Alan here. All right.
Ah, my token's being wonky. Sorry. I'm
No,
trying to move myself.
that happens a lot. I've noticed where you
If you're-
drag a token and suddenly it just sort of like flies across the screen
Like,
crazily.
put me back where I'm supposed to be. Every time I click on it,
Yeah.
I get all my token actions, and then I can't move myself back.
Are you
Yeah.
really zoomed in?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm zoomed out like crazy.
That's weird.
That
You
is
usually get
odd.
trapped in the token bar.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in any case, that's the deal. So Natalia just threw hers. So now we're going to start some real time here. They are going to almost certainly just go last for now, because you guys have the jump. So Shelly, what do you do when you see Natalia make a wild throw that falls short?
She's gonna try to stay in the dim light and move ahead. I don't know how far she can reasonably get on her turn.
In
but she'd
this-
try to move ahead to like here and then
In
throw.
the marsh, it depends. So you could safely move about 2 or 3 yards on your turn and still do something. If you want to move more than that, you're going to have to make a roll, and because you're going to be rushing and slogging too fast maybe.
All right, so about right there is fine.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you are abandoning the rope. Ha! I'll put you there. So you're abandoning the
Yes.
Jeez, you're abandoning the rope to move up and and I assume throw.
Yeah, she'll just catch up to the others. I mean, I'm sure that, I mean, it's all lit up over there now. It's not going to be as hard to see.
And there's, there are headlights as well, lighting things
Right.
up. So yes.
So she leaves the main circle of light, moves off and ahead a little bit, lights her Molotov cocktail and throws basically towards center of mass on that car, just trying to hit the general area.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So go ahead.
Oh.
Not quite. Not quite exactly where you wanted. So again, do the double 10 to see where it lands.
What do I roll? Hit?
Two 10-sided, just two 10-sided dice. Uh, 10, which means way off to the right, but about the right distance. And you're close, so it's not going to be crazy. But it's over here.
Is it in the gassed area?
You're not 100% sure. You can hope that it will catch the gas. In any case, it's not going to happen immediately.
Right.
It's not like it hits and immediately, it goes up. So if it hit and spreads, it may very well catch that. But it isn't going to happen this second. Okay, Natalia.
All right. Where, like, she's right in front of the molotovs, right?
She is.
All right, gonna reach down and try again.
Okay, now that you have some light, it's not hard to see the crate. So you can reach down and grab one and try to light it. So, because my assumption is you all sort of lit your Molotovs before rushing up. So now I need you to make a dexterity check for me to get this thing lit quickly.
Oh.
Oh shit. You fumble and drop the Molotov, the bottle, and it goes crashing down into the crate. And given the fact that it's very close to this other one, it hasn't gone up, but you are immediately get this sinking, horrible feeling that if the two streams happen to meet, that whole crate is going to go up in short order.
Shit. Shoot. I don't even know. I'm gonna. Oh God, I don't even know.
Yeah,
The
you don't
highest
you don't have a
caliber.
lot of time right now, so that's what's happening to you at this moment.
Yeah, she's freaking out. She just dropped this.
Alan steps up and he's gonna throw his. So I'll roll for him. He's aiming at the car. Okay. Not quite. He's way off to the right. Oh, his lands very close to Shelley's. I'm gonna just leave Shelley's where it is. That whole area right there gets another one. And Rory.
Save us.
Warrior's there. Yeah, I think he ran off.
Yeah, he's like, I'm out. Peace.
Hi. That plan really fucked up.
All right. Well, he's gonna throw his cocktail at the lead car towards the bottom. Hopefully, that like the fire would break out and catch the road on fire and get
Yep.
things kicked off properly.
Okay.
Sadly, it's going to be over Natalia's head. So
Please don't
ask
hit me.
forgiveness.
Yeah,
Ask forgiveness
just
afterward.
don't fumble.
This is the reverse of what happened.
Yes!
Oh my god!
Right on target. Okay, so so yeah, that lands right there on the ground. Hitting the car and the ground. And in pretty short or so make a luck check for me, Rory. Okay. It is very, you can see that it's catching the gasoline on the ground, and your impression is it's going to start spreading pretty quickly. So, now them. I'm going to give them some reactions. You hear shouting from you hear shouting from inside the car. And you pick out somebody saying, "Ambush!" I will let... who would like to make a listen check? To see if you hear specifics.
Not
Not me.
I don't think.
I'll make a listen check.
Go ahead, then.
It's above average. But I'm rolling like crap.
Yeah, you can't quite make it out. Yeah. You cannot make out exactly what's being said, but there is confusion, and as soon as the Molotov hits the side of the car and flames, you hear alarmed shouts from inside the car.
Can I ask, do any of us recognize Gavigan's voice? I would recognize it better than anyone, but...
Shelley, I'll let you make a listen check for that specifically. There's a confusion of sound at the moment, so you can hope to pick that out. You do not pick that out. And where did you go, old Shelley? Every time you select, every time you do
I'm gonna roll off of my sheet or something.
You can do that if you want. Shouldn't keep doing that though. It's so weird. I've never had that happen to me personally, but it happens to players in my games a lot, and I'm not really sure why. It's weird. Maybe because there's no grid to snap the tokens to, and it just
doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Okay.
All right. So we are back to Shelley.
All right, I know exactly what Shelley's doing. She is taking a knee and aiming for the gas tank, which, being a mechanic, she knows exactly where that sucker is.
Okay. Are you aiming? Are you going to spend a round aiming, or are you taking a shot?
So a round would take us down to the next turn, and they would have time to react, right?
Yes.
What would... oh my gosh, I gotta stop. What would aiming give me as a bonus? Just a
bonus,
category up?
A bonus die.
I think I'm going to take the risk because she's pretty good.
Okay. It is going to be a hard shot to hit that exact area.
Oh, okay. Then I will spend a round aiming.
Okay. So that's what Shelley's doing. And you're not actually here. You're not actually trying to move that close, are you? Or
no, I was just trying to put her back where she was, which was about right there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Natalia,
thinking that this crate is gonna blow. she's going to grab the other crate and try to move it over, because I don't know how big this explosion is going to be if it's going to happen.
Okay. Oh, it could be horrific.
Oh, you know what? I don't know how else this is going to go, but she's going to try to pitch the entire crate.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Run forward and do it so you're
Yeah,
not by that
yeah.
other fire.
I think I'm going to run forward and do that so I don't just slam into the ground.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Okay. You managed to pick it up, certainly. And I assume kind of move forward and try to heave it,
Yep.
right? Okay, why don't you just do, you have a rock, actually do another Molotov cocktail. We'll treat this as a big Molotov cocktail.
I might have to push for this. Depending.
Oh, we dying.
So sorry.
Nope.
Oh, no.
Should I push?
If I will allow, normally combat things can't be pushed, but this is a little different, I think. I will let you push. However, if you fail the push, it's going to be bad. So you can accept your didn't quite go exactly where you wanted it to, or you can take your chances.
I'm not gonna risk that. I'll just take the didn't go where I want it to go.
Yep. Okay. So give me the die 10. The double die 10s there. Okay. Up, off to the side, off to the right side again.
I just hope I don't hit Shelly.
Near Shelly. And how far?
Well, it's not on fire, so as long as it's not by fire, it won't catch on fire.
It's far though.
Okay.
Probably hit the fire. You probably hit
It
that.
actually, yeah, I'm gonna say it probably lands like right around here.
Sweet.
And since already there are other things on fire, I'm just gonna enlarge this fire. I mean, it is now burning ever brightly.
Gonna make it hard to see us, actually.
Yes, yep, and a little hard for you guys to see them, but
absolutely.
it's not like, you know, super high flames. This is gasoline burning. It flares up, but remember this is very marshy, so it may not get too big.
Well, if it gets to the road, it'll keep going.
It'll help. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. Natalia has at least gotten rid of the dangerous part. Natalia, make a luck check for me. Unfortunately, there is gasoline around where you are, though. You know, you picked that up, got some gasoline on you, threw it, and you are getting a little burned. Your pant leg is on fire. So you're gonna need to decide what to do about that next time. Alan is actually let's see if he notices. Nope. He actually pulls out his pistol and starts shooting at the car. All right. Rory.
Rory, standing behind Natalia and seeing her catching on fire, is gonna throw her to the ground in an attempt to put her out.
Okay. Yeah, just make a luck check for me.
Well, we both lighten up.
That's unlikely. No, it was really just to see if you can get the flames out quickly. And you do. You kind of pull her aside and get the flames out. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to... I don't want to keep doing turn order. This is... I think I'd rather just do a sort of a more narrative approach here a little bit. So that's what happens. And at the same time, you can hear there are shouts... from inside the car again, and you can unmistakably hear the sound of doors opening.
All right. As I think Shelley is still aiming at the gas tank. Can she take her shot?
Yes. So you hear the doors opening. You can see, kind of in the flame. You see a face kind of look out the passenger side here, Shelley. Make an intelligence check for me. It is impossible to tell, but it looks vaguely like Gavigan.
All right. Honestly, that would be very distracting to Shelley. I want her to still fire at the gas tank, but I think she'd need some sort of a willpower roll to not just shoot him in the face.
So yep, just make a sanity check. Yeah, it sounds like it's too distracting.
All right, she is gonna fire at him then, this person
Okay.
that is hanging out of the car.
All right, go ahead. You still, so you don't have your aim, unfortunately, because you were aiming at something
Yeah,
else.
I understand. It's
Yep.
not entirely the rational move, but I think it's what would
It
happen.
makes perfect sense. I absolutely agree.
Use luck.
You
Yes.
can use a luck point to push that to a success.
Oh, absolutely doing that.
Okay. So you only got a normal. So yeah, reduce your luck by 1. You only got a normal success, which means So a hard success would have hit him in the head through the exposed, sort of the glass. So your normal success sort of shoots him through the door. So I'm gonna make the roll for you just to see what damage you do. So this is the shotgun?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh
So
my
at
God.
10 yards, that's 17 damage. Of course, you know enough about cars and shotguns to know that the metal of the car is going to be far more effective against shotgun pellet than against an actual bullet.
Right. Yes.
So, but that was still a nice blast. You have no idea the effect of your shot, but you have that feeling of certainty that you shot the right area. What is Natalia doing?
So Natalia's on the ground, and I'm guessing her pant leg's kind of gone out by now.
Yeah, it was just starting to catch on fire, and Rory kind of saw it quickly and made a quick move to sort of almost push you down into the marsh and smother the flame.
She's gonna get back to her feet and kind of seeing these cars are starting to kind of light on fire. She's gonna make the assumption that Gavigan's driving, and she's gonna try and actually start looping around the car as far as she can kind of get this turn.
Not through the flame, I take
Oh,
it.
no. Yeah, going kind of around the flame. Maybe behind.
Rory and Alan.
Yeah.
You can push your speed if you want, or you can try to be careful. Again, moving around in this is a little slow and difficult. But I'll let you make a strength or dexterity check to kind of move through it more quickly. But if you fail, you're probably going to end up on your face in the marsh. It's very easy to trip in this.
And I fell.
All right, so you're going back behind these two, and you kind of go face first down into the marsh back here. Unfortunately. It's going swimmingly, eh? Rory.
Rory, assuming that the hoity-toity types don't drive, is gonna start trying to unload in the back seat.
Okay. Go ahead.
The same place that Shelley was shooting.
I don't know.
Yep, that would be the back. That would be the back seat. Yeah, you probably wouldn't notice where Shelley was aiming. You just see her shotgun blast. Yep, you take a shot. Again, not really quite sure what you've hit, if anything. Little chaotic. And you can hear Shelley. I'll give you a listen check. You hear voices again, continuing.
What check?
Listen.
Is it a group?
Just Shelley.
There you go.
Okay, definitely not. It sounds like they're ordering pizza.
They all sound like Gavigan to her.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Oh, yes, in fact, yeah. No. You can't make out. You just hear confused shouting. It's become apparent, though, that there is some activity going on down here as well. You're not exactly sure what is happening over there. And Shelley, you actually can make a spot hidden check for me. Nope. All right. So, Alan is going to take another shot again. Let's see. That goes through the windshield. Nice. Okay. All right. So what are you guys doing again? So far, nothing terrible is happening in retaliation, but you're getting the distinct feeling. Oh, one other. Who wants to make a luck check for me? I'll let any of you do it.
Oh my. Actually, no. I'm rolling like crap. Someone else roll it. Shelley.
I'll do it.
Uh-oh.
Really bad.
Okay. All right. The flames here are actually dying down. And the flames here up against the car, they're still going, but frustratingly, the gas on the road has not really caught. As it should have. So what do you guys do now?
Does it look like there's enough gas around there that if she hit the gas tank, the gas would hit the flame?
Probably.
I think she's gonna take a shot at the gas tank again. Can she see the person in the back seat still, or are they kind of not visible anymore?
They're not visible anymore. After
Okay.
she shot, he kind of disappeared. Your shot took glass out of the window.
Right.
So also, I do want to point out, you would know the shotgun's not the best weapon for shooting the gas tank. You really probably want a round. It's not that it couldn't work, but it's hard to.
Penetrate.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to penetrate with pellet.
Yeah, she's just not very good with handguns. So
Yeah, okay.
her chances
So
of
go
actually
ahead.
hitting it would suck.
All right, so go ahead.
Oh my
very
God.
nice. Very nice indeed. And I will roll for damage for you. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Make a luck check. The gas tank does not go up. But you hit the right area. Rory.
Oh, I mean, I don't know how well he would be able to see into the car. So he just keeps shooting at the car, the back seat area.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, that is another hit. You shoot and you definitely hear somebody cry out in pain. That's definitely a hit. Alan continues to shoot into the car. Natalia.
Yeah, Natalia struggles to her feet again, completely covered in marsh and she's not good at all with, well, any type of gun, so she's going to continue kind of
Okay.
being more careful this time and make her way forward.
Okay. That's that would be about safe is about to hear.
All right.
Okay. Make a spot hidden for me, Natalia. Nope. You are doing terrible.
Blood in her eyes, and she's just trying to make her way to the car.
Okay, yeah. Shelly, you hear someone say very distinctly, over there. And a shot actually comes your way. Actually, no, it doesn't. It's a misfire.
Oh, damn.
A dud round from someone. Nice. That was lucky. And that's all that really happens right now. Although you are certain, it's hard to miss. You hear car doors opening down this way, down at the other end of the road there.
Oh, crap. I think Shelley would try to fire into the car again, trying to kill Gavigan, because you said that glass is gone now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to roll again?
Actually, what happens is the car door opens And a guy kind of tumbles out, badly wounded, obviously, shot at least once right before you are about to act. So you can do what you want.
It's not going to be him, but she doesn't care at this point. She's a little crazy, so she's going to shoot him.
Okay.
I mean, he's not like saying I give up or anything. So
No, he's just and as he's coming out the door, I mean, his robe kind of might catch on fire.
well, I'm taking a shot.
Okay. Even with the bonus die for the point blank range, you do not hit. I think
Yeah,
you're
dang
just
it.
too. And he looks up at you, and he reaches his hand out in your direction, and he crawls like another couple of feet through the mire and just drops down, face down into the mire, slumps.
I don't think she'd be able to resist moving up to see if it was him.
Okay, so Rory, that will be what you do.
No, the door open. Can Rory see inside that car?
Not very well because there's no backlighting.
Then he's gonna take
He can sort of see a little. Actually, give me a spot hidden check. Let's see if you can see things.
I think
in
I've
there
only
with
passed one of these once.
Oh, you can. You see somebody slumped in the left passenger's side. Almost certainly dead. And you also spot movement behind the car. On the other side of the car, like at each end of the car.
So one on each end of the car?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like that, and over here.
Like here and here. Like you catch a face. I'll say you catch a face right here. Like over the hood of the car.
And how good of
in the firelight.
how good of a spot do I have on the guy that's in the back, or person's in the back? In this part.
Not the greatest angle, actually. The guy in the front is much easier to see and shoot if you're going to shoot him, but he has cover of the car, which means it's going to be a hard shot.
All right. And I'm assuming the other one's gonna be just as hard, if not harder.
Actually harder. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can barely even see him.
I'll go for the easy target.
All right. Nope. That is an unfortunate miss. Not surprisingly, it goes wide, doesn't even hit the car. Alan, let's see if he sees him. He does not. He just continues to put shots into the car. Natalia.
Natalia's gonna keep moving forward. Moving to the.
Yeah, by that point, you definitely see this guy behind that fender.
How
and-
close can I get to him?
If you make a strength like a combination strength dexterity check with one roll, and it would succeed at both. You could get to him in time. You can see he has a shotgun.
Oh, no. And she doesn't see that until she gets close. Okay.
Well,
I think...
it's sort of like you're moving forward, and you can see he kind of stands up, and he's got a shotgun at his side, which he looks like he's about to bring up. So that's like when you decide, oh shit, either you're gonna dive out of the way, or you're gonna make a rush for him and try to get to him before he can take the shot. That's your call.
Oh shoot!
Or just keep moving.
I'm gonna try and get to him.
Okay, so you can do. Let's see, which one is your lower?
Lower.
Dex is lower, so make your dex check then. That will count for both of your rolls. Oh my gosh, you made it. Okay, so you get to him. You don't get to attack him yet, but you have made it up onto the road and around the car as he brings his shotgun up, which means when he tries to take the shot, you can fight back if you want.
Yeah.
Technically, according to the rules, you can't fight back against firearms, which makes no sense to me. If you're in reach distance, I can see you trying to knock the gun aside or something before they can take the shot. That seems totally reasonable to me.
Oh yeah.
Yes, so let's just jump to that. He does try to bring that shotgun up and shoot you before you can do whatever you're going to do. What do you want to do?
I kind of just want to like knock it out of the way. Basically,
Okay.
have it shoot kind of wild.
All right, so that's an unarmed attack. Since you are fighting back, you will need to beat him, not tie him. The advantage goes to the not fighting back guy. So if he wins and succeeds, like he gets a better degree of success than you and succeeds, he will shoot you.
All right.
Oh, why did I not give him a shotgun? Sorry, I didn't give him a shotgun for some reason. Just a second. Well, you got a success. If he fails, then you actually succeed. Let's see how he does. Oh no, he hit.
No!
Oh shit, he hit you.
Oh fuck.
He shoots you right in the chest.
And that's the 14.
And that is 14 damage.
Yeah,
Which
so
means Natalia goes flying back.
she just tried to kind of knock the gun out of the way, but unfortunately he's just too quick, and she gets a whole bunch of shotgun pellets straight to the chest.
Yep. And the guy behind the car here actually moves over towards the other guy and says something. What do you guys want to do? I'll let you go in any order now.
Well, Shelley was going to try to move forward and look underneath the hood of this person on the ground.
Okay. Go ahead and make an intelligence check for me. You're just in this dim light, even with the firelight, it's just a little too hard to tell unless you're going to unless you're going to take a lot more time to kind of drag him over into the light and look, which you can do if you'd like.
She's got to know.
All right, so that's what you'll be doing, is dragging him a little. This fire is slowly dying out. The marsh is gobbling it up. Rory,
So now with that tussle and everything going on, would that leave the hooded man unexposed?
He's exposed now. Yeah, he still has partial cover behind the hood of the car, but he is exposed.
So he's gonna take that shot.
That is a hit. Make a luck check to see if you hit if he's got cover of the car or not. If you hit part of him that's not, since you did not get a hard success. So your shot goes partially. It goes into the car. It's enough of a force to get through with the 12 damage, but it's gonna be. It's going to be reduced.
Damn.
Okay, and Alan screams out, "Natalia!" And he takes a step forward and takes a shot at this guy. And that's a hit. Natalia, make a luck check for him. No, I wouldn't think so. Oh, he hit him. So he takes two shots, and you can see he kind of does sort of a double twist from the first shot and then from Alan's shot, which kind of sends him flying backwards and down. Natalia, make a Constitution check for me.
Oh no.
All right, you are delirious at the moment. And barely aware of what's going on.
Yeah.
What is Natalia doing?
So Natalia is just kind of gasping for breath at this point, and as she kind of sees in the firelight, just the bloods just start rushing out of kind of the gaping wound in her chest. She's just trying to keep it in. She looks like she's just trying to press on her chest and kind of even push some of the blood back in, trying to hold it all together.
Yep. Okay. Push the blood back in. Yeah, this guy takes up the place where the other guy was. He has a pistol. He is going to take a shot at Alan. And he misses. All right, Shelly, you are checking the guy. I'm not going to make you roll this time. It vaguely looks like Gavigan, but you are certain it's not him.
She sort of half screams with frustration. I think that she is going to try to get closer to... she just drops the head where it goes thunk on the ground, and I think she's going to move ahead and try to blow up the car. Maybe it'll hurt these guys. I don't know.
So take aim with the gas can again and shoot?
Yeah.
Or the gas tank, rather.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Can she move forward a little bit?
Yeah.
Why don't you assume she moved forward a little bit?
Oh, yeah, I see. Yes. Stepping over the body. I'll give you a bonus die. You're at point blank range now, but that's a little dangerous.
Yes.
Oh my. Okay. That is perfect shot. Yep, we don't even need to roll for that. The car goes up in an explosion of flame. The guy here, he goes flying. Shelly, first off, make a luck check for me, and then make a dodge check roll. Okay, now a dodge. Okay, you take the shot, and you of course know that this could be coming. So you kind of hit the dirt right behind, you sort of like using this guy's body as cover, the dead body. And it absorbs the blast. It's not an immediate explosion, right? You take the shot, and you can sort of see it almost in slow motion about before it's about to happen. Rory, I also need you to make a dodge roll, and I'm going to do one for Alan as well.
And Natalia takes it.
And Natalia needs a luck check. That's what she needs.
Roll. Dodge, you say.
Oh, shit.
This is an epic task, though.
All right, so Rory, you duck down kind of instinctively. You're sort of knocked back a little bit, as is Alan. But so you're kind of going to be sort of out of commission for the next round, certainly, at least. All of you.
Except for Shelly.
Yes, you kind of ducked down, so you're okay. So what now? There's a moment of, you can hear that there's stuff going on down here again, but obviously there's confusion and all this stuff that took place up here. I mean, it's only been about a minute.
Right. I don't know if Shelly is still really aware of Natalia, but she did hear Alan say Natalia. Mm-hmm. So I think that she would realize that Natalia might be in trouble and start heading in that direction.
Okay. These little flames are also starting to die down over here in the marsh, so you can actually move through the marsh to get to her without having to go around. The car, on the other hand, and by the way, I mean, this is, several seconds after the explosion. There's just no way people are responding, super fast. But you are the first to kind of respond. So you start. Yeah, go ahead.
Just got adrenaline going in her brain. Her thoughts are firing like crazy, and it suddenly clicks, Natalia, and she just starts running in that direction.
Okay.
Keep looking for people that might have, be hurting her, or if she's.
Yep, and Alan is also kind of screaming Natalia's name and running in her direction, kind of stumbling through the marsh. So, yep, you move up with Alan. Rory, you sort of shake off the explosion. And what do you do?
Rory is actually going to move to the other side, kind of like if anybody starts moving off from the other cars now, he's going to try to give them coverage. And he doesn't know what's going on.
And Rory, I mean, there's not a lot of light now from these, which is actually good, because you don't want to be illuminated by this light.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't know how far you can move.
You move yourself a few yards. And I'll let you make a listen check as well.
My meter's not going to measure.
Are you trying to move like maybe over to... Oh, like that? Like... Yep, there you go.
Where he could get a good vantage.
Yep, okay, that's fair. That's about right. Alan rushes to Natalia, He gets there first. He was a little closer. And he starts screaming, Natalia! Natalia! Natalia is... Shelley kind of comes up next.
She sees Alan. Is Natalia on the ground?
Yes.
Is she moving?
No.
Shelley sees Alan kneeling down by Natalia, and her heart's just pierced with panic. She looks around for who hurt Natalia, knowing that Alan and Natalia right now are sitting ducks. Can she see them over there?
Oh, there's nobody moving on that side of the car.
On the other side?
Yeah.
No.
No,
She doesn't see.
They're
gone.
Torn to shreds by the explosion.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
They were they were right next to the car when it went off.
So she maybe sees some bodies on the ground, and she'll run up and kneel down by Natalia with Alan. And she'll whisper, "Oh, Natalia."
There's
lean over, see if she's breathing.
Yes, there's blood streaks on her face. You can see that she's been, gored in the stomach. She is breathing, but faintly. Alan holds her in his arms, and he's saying, Natalia, Natalia. Natalia, you kind of open your eyes. You feel very weak and feel life draining out of you.
Put pressure on it, Alan.
He kind of fumbles and takes his shirt off and tries to cover Natalia's gaping chest wound and presses on it.
I thought I could take him.
No, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. Alan's just he's panicking. He yells at Shelley, "Do something!"
And Shelley grabs Natalia's hand, and looking at the wound, she's not a doctor, but it looks horrible.
Svetlana. Tell her mother loves her. And she'll see her eventually.
She knows you love her. But I will tell her.
Take care of Thaddeus, please.
I'll do my best. And Shelley starts to choke up, and she's trying to hold it together for Natalia. And she squeezes her hand. It's going to be okay. Svetlana will be okay. You don't need to worry. You don't need to worry about anything.
She nods very slowly and looks up to Alan. I'm sorry. I didn't want to go out this way. But I'm glad I met you.
You're not gonna die, he says. There has to be a way to save her.
I'm cold, Helen. Is there a blanket anywhere?
He's desperately trying. I'm gonna let him do a first aid. Nope. He's trying to staunch the blood. Shelley, you can see it's a lost cause. There's no way he's stopping this blood. It just keeps seeping out.
Right. I was figuring this was not a first aid situation.
He's trying, yeah. And you can hear Rory off in the marsh taking shots with his rifle.
You're trying to pick off whoever
Yeah,
comes out.
you can see people in the headlights moving, and you shoot every time you see somebody, and it looks like you're sort of keeping a bunch of people at bay with your shooting. No one's shooting back at you for the time being, anyway. Natalia, I'll let you make one Constitution roll. You pass out for sure.
Oh.
All right. Well, as far as Alan and Shelley know, she is gone.
Shelley can't lift her. Alan, can you carry her? Or is it too much?
I'll try. You don't think she's gone, do you?
It's...
He's
I don't know, Alan.
He's looking
But we can't
around
leave her
wildly.
here. We need to get back to the car. She sort of tries to help Alan, at least get her off the ground, since that's the hard part. Once you're carrying someone, it's not quite as hard.
Yep. Okay. The two of you kind of hoist Natalia up. And so you can, Rory, make a listen check for me.
Listen, you say? All
I
right.
do say. All right, you hear lots of confused shouting, but then suddenly you see, almost not in a completely coordinated movement, you start seeing, a bunch of them start rushing towards your position. And as they pass in front of the headlights in both directions, so there's like one's coming from there, there's one's coming from here. You can see they all have what look to be like clubs in their hands. Gnarly wooden clubs.
So are they heading towards Rory? They're kind of like ignoring the rest of.
Yes. Well, you've been shooting, right? So,
Okay.
and over there by the car, they're not drawing any attention to themselves, really. So instead, you've already picked off a couple of them. I'm just gonna sort of. So your shots took out a couple of them, which is why they weren't really making any moves. But now, sort of in this sudden effort, they seem to start coming.
I'm pretty sure Rory would probably just keep shooting, so that way, because I don't know how much he notices on the front side there, but he knows everybody rushed over there, so he'd probably still keep shooting to keep attention on him.
Okay. I'm going to abstract this a little bit and let you take 4 shots at random people as they come into the light. That's definitely... Ooh, that was a nice... That's, in fact, an extreme success means it's I think it's called an impact shot. What is it? No, that's something... It's Warhammer. It's a special kind of hit that is... that with anything that can shoot or puncture, it's a special additional damage. So you do like the maximum damage on top of whatever you rolled. So it's almost always going to be lethal unless it's a little thing. So you took out one guy, like, no question. You shot him like right in the head, no question that he kind of just goes right down onto the road. You got 2 more shots.
All right. Thinking he'd probably move and shoot, you know, to kind of evade at the same time.
Yeah, so that was
Keep him guessing.
22 damage, by the way.
Damn.
Yeah, these kids are dead. That is another hit. I'm gonna knock out another guy. And one more. Oof, okay. Well, you did all right with that. Taking out another one coming around this way. There are more coming, unfortunately. That's sort of what you take down before I'm going to set up a handful of them. There's not that many of them now coming at you.
Rather than running back to the car, it might be better for Natalia if we tried to pick the rest of them off.
And this fire by now would completely have gone out, which may not be so bad for you, although it's going to be hard now that they're sort of, you see them kind of cross out of that, the headlights.
Yeah, only thing worries, hoping the darkness hides him, and then the flashes get, you know, as he shoots and moves, that they would be drawn to him and keep pulling him out, you know.
Yep. Okay, so now what are you all doing? So you are trying to carry Natalia. Where are you hauling her?
I think we would try to move off into the shadows to the right and sort of circle around.
Okay. So
trying not to draw
kind of like this. Yes? Or are you talking about like this, crossing the road and going that way?
Not crossing the road, like headed
back. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I don't think you can see what I was on the wrong layer. That's why.
Yeah, I couldn't see it.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's what I thought. So you guys have been hauling Natalia off this way.
And I think Shelley's holding the shirt down while Alan is carrying her. Like Shelley's trying to maintain pressure.
Okay. All right. Rory? You've got to reload now. It's like your Enfield is out of shots, and that's going to take you a couple rounds to put another magazine in, another round to put a magazine in, or you can switch to your revolver. They are trudging through through marsh towards you. Hello?
Yeah, because I imagine they might be able to get to him, right?
Soon. I mean, they have to go through the marsh just like you guys did. So
he'd reload saving his revolver for when they were really close. Or he just might start clubbing with the rifle.
Okay. Start by giving me a power check. Or actually a sanity. Yeah, same difference in this case. Okay, so you are keeping your nerves very well. So you are, and in fact, I mean, Rory, I would give you a bonus die in this. This is sort of what Rory has always wanted, in a way. So I would say he is not flummoxed in the least after having shot a couple guys and more robed people coming at him. So I'm not even going to make you roll dexterity for your reload. So you just calmly slip another magazine in, and these guys are going to try to make it through. Let's see if they can get up on him. Oh, they are getting very close. You can see them emerge from the shadows there. They're moving quickly. This guy, unfortunately, doesn't, for him at least, goes down. But you can see a couple more on the road now that weren't there before. And you hear the car over here backing up down the road, starting to back down the road a little. And its lights actually sort of cast in your direction, so now these guys are backlit, which makes it a little easier to see them. Luckily for you.
Oh, he's gonna have a smile on his face when that happens.
And Shelley, you can see now, because of the headlights, you can sort of see Rory standing there calmly reloading a magazine, and then brings his gun up, and I assume takes a shot as soon as he can.
Yeah, he's not even speaking. He's just smiling. He's gonna take a shot at the closest guy, probably right in front of him.
They both have their clubs raised, and one of them is saying something. Make a listen check for me before you take your shot. He's saying something in a foreign language, which you don't recognize. Or actually, make an education roll for me. Let's see if you have an idea. Oh, you don't understand it, but you've heard it before. You are quite sure it is Arabic.
He's gonna just keep smiling. He's gonna, yell back at you and take another shot.
All right, he is at point blank range. You get a bonus die.
All right, he's gonna go for the one that's in front, I guess.
Yep. Oh. So you bring your gun up a little too fast, because he's almost right on you, and take a shot that goes wide. And then it's their go, and they both try to bum rush you with their clubs.
Shelley's probably too far away to take a shot, isn't she?
With a shotgun.
Well, I mean, she got a slug, or is it shot?
Oh, I assumed your shotgun was loaded with shot. You have your shotgun would be. Yeah, you'd have to kind of stop with Natalia for now. You could pull out your revolver certainly, but I know you're the. If you thought you had, I didn't think you had slugs in the shotgun. I assumed it was shot. That's the standard.
Well, I.
But if that's what you would have,
assumed
if
that
that
the
is what you had
slugs
planned,
would have taken out the gas tank easier. So
yes,
that's
yes.
what
Oh, okay. Well, you can certainly you can try. At this range, it's going to be hard with a shotgun with a slug.
I think Shelley would tell Alan to move away, and then she'd move away from him and Natalia
Okay.
and take a shot. Like, she'd move like over here while they
Okay.
moved off farther into the darkness.
All right. So that's what they do. You can take your shot. It is going to be a hard shot.
Okay. Nope.
Not quite. It goes a little wide. But fortunately, it doesn't hit Rory. All right, so Rory, how do you want to respond? You can try to fight back against one of them and ignore the other, in which case they'll just get to make an attack, or you can try to dodge both of them and use one dodge roll against their attacks.
Well, that's hard to, because if he dodges, that's his action, right? So then
Yes.
he's just gonna have to keep
Well, no,
dodging
that's
the
not
whole-
it. That's not his action.
Okay.
But that's how you respond to these attacks. Fight back is a way to sort of get a quick attack in outside of your turn, when time is of the essence.
He's gonna fight back.
Okay, being aware that the second guy will just get a free attack. You can't fight back against both of them at the same time.
Yeah, the odds are I'm gonna miss that dodge roll.
Okay, so you go. Let's do that against the first guy then, and again you have to beat his roll. Dodging, you only have to tie to have them miss. Fighting back is you're sort of at a disadvantage fighting back. This is always how it is. You have to do better than they do to win. But if you win, of course, they get nothing and you blast them. I assume you're shooting, right?
Yeah, it probably his last shot once he starts getting into like a hand-to-hand combat situation.
All right, go ahead then. Yeah, he got a hard success. He hits you for 8, and you see at the last minute as it comes down, this thing has a spike on it, on the head of the club. And it comes down and hits you hard in like the shoulder. For 8 damage. Wow.
Quite a bit.
And the other guy also. Fortunately, his swing goes a little wide. In fact, the guy that hits you with the spike, it makes you reel back a little bit, which throws off the other guy's aim, which is why he missed. Okay, what are you guys going to do now? Rory, I need you to make a constitution check since you just took a major wound. Oh man, your adrenaline goes crazy. You're actually, for the moment, completely ignoring. It's almost like you don't even feel it. How you sometimes can just take a nasty something, but you don't even realize it, and you just keep going. That's what's happening to Rory.
His Irish blood is boiling.
So what does he do?
Because there's no disadvantage to shooting, right?
Now that you are in close combat, you with a rifle, yes, you actually would be at a penalty. You'd have a penalty die for hitting somebody.
Okay.
It is not a great. It's a great weapon at range. It's not great up close.
And then switching it out for the pistol. Would that take a turn?
I would let you make a dexterity check to see if you can get it out fast enough.
Okay, we get 50% chance of that.
You can use the gun as a club. You can just drop it and brawl. That's up
Yeah.
to you.
You use the gun as a club.
All right, so you can give yourself a large club. It's a big long thing.
Found it.
And Shelly, they are locked in melee combat, so if you take a shot, it will be at a penalty die.
No,
Anyway.
I think Shelly would shout. I don't know. Shoot. She's just kind of standing there indecisively, knowing that it's too dangerous to take a shot. I've been looking back at Natalia, and I think she would just, shout, "Retreat, back to the car," and head back to Natalia and start holding the wound again, praying that it's not too late to save her.
Okay. All right. So Rory, go ahead and do your.
And I think, by the way, that we're, trying to head this way and then back.
I get what you're trying to do. I'll give you the large club if you're having trouble.
Yeah, no, I hit
you did.
Yeah, no, I hit blackjack by mistake.
Let's play blackjack. All right, go ahead. He is going to fight back. These guys are angry. So.
Jesus.
Well, he failed also. So, I guess that's good.
Yes. Very good.
All right. Shelly and the other guys are. The car over there continues to pull back down the road. It has to go slowly, though, obviously, because the lights behind the car are not very bright, and it needs to see where it's going. Okay, so they are. They actually both try to grab you instead of clubbing you this time. How do you want to respond to that? Dodging or fighting back?
Either one's gonna work in my favor. He's gonna just keep fighting.
Okay, so you can fight back against one of them. No, and he's grabbed a hold of you, and the other guy has grabbed a hold of you. So yeah, they have grabbed him, and you're like both of your arms are sort of restrained at the moment. You guys keep moving along. What is Rory gonna try to do? He can try to struggle out of it. It'd be strength against strength.
Okay, strength against strength, you said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'll struggle out.
All right, give me a strength check. They both get to.
I roll good there. That's
Oh,
good.
yes, you did. Yeah, you have broken free of both of them. In fact, with your hard success, I'm going to let you toss one of them at least to the ground, like he's down. The other one is just, you've kind of unhanded him, as it were, rather. What do you want to do immediately after that?
Well, would he have enough room to kind of break free and take off?
Yes.
And that's what he's gonna do. He's not gonna run in the direction of everybody else, though. He'll go off, move deeper into the marsh.
Okay. Give me a dexterity/strength. So probably dexterity is your lower.
You want the lower one?
Yeah. So probably dexterity. Good enough. You go in deeper into the marsh, and you're going fast enough. Like the one guy starts to pursue you a little bit, but then stops and sort of comes back. and you all are now sort of in the marsh, in up to your waists.
Yeah, I think Shelly's just gonna keep going until she feels like it's safe-ish to turn on the headlamp.
Okay. You can see from where you are that there's some activity, and actually the car has come back that was leaving.
Yeah, definitely keeping an eye on what's going on down there.
Natalia, you can make a spot hidden check for me.
Natalia?
I mean, sorry, Shelly.
I was gonna say.
Dream vision.
Nope.
All
How about a
right.
listen? And is
No,
can they?
No,
No,
it's too far away now. I mean, there's little sounds of you know, of talking and the occasional, you hear definitely they went into the marsh. You definitely hear that. It's at one point early on. So you guys are in the marsh, and about 10 minutes later, they have managed to get the truck and the car turned around. It has taken them a little while, and you could see it took some of them pushing, and then they kind of drive off down the road, back away.
What about this truck?
That truck, yes.
Okay.
The truck and the car. And now, when you're out there, you can see for sure that it's just, it was 3 cars. The 2 cars and the truck. That's all there was.
After they take off, Shelly will turn on the headlamp and head back toward drier ground so that they can make better headway back to the car. She'll probably only use the headlamp sporadically, just so that she's not a complete beacon for anyone looking out.
Yep. Okay.
Rory would keep an eye out and see the headlamp and probably start walking towards the bleeps.
Yes. Okay.
It's a tense and silent slug back to the road, and hoping that they don't take the same turnoff that they have their car parked on.
They go back the way they came, so that is not. That actually is the same turnoff.
Well, we'll have to keep an eye on that, and she tries to track their headlights as far as she can to see if it passes, where they were parked.
You won't be able to see that quite. But yes, they're going at a steady pace now, once they're on the main road.
Try to make it back to the car and then go out a different way.
All right, you get back to the road and you pass the dead bodies, the still burning husk of the car, and in the dim firelight you can see the bodies of a couple of people that Rory has shot across the road. And
Shelley, if they're that close to the bodies, she might, and once they get to the road, she might make a dash and see if any of the dead people are Gavigan.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that she would be kind of like, hey, what? Yes. Okay. So you do, and they're not Gavigan.
She is just her stomach sinks as she checks the last body, and despair is just completely encompassing her as she runs back to Alan as he's struggling with Natalia, and again does what she can on the way back to the car.
Yep. Okay. As you're checking the last of the bodies, you look back behind you because they're Alan and Rory now are carrying Natalia, and you can see off in the distance a light.
Which way in the distance? Where does it appear to be coming from?
Towards the house. And you swear you see a figure silhouetted in a window, which would be the upper room of the house.
Shelley, and it's too far away to make out anything but a figure, I'm sure. Her jaw drops. And she catches up to the others.
Yeah, she's standing. They pass by Shelley while she's standing there.
I don't know how, but I think Gavigan's at the house.
You think he's at the house?
I saw someone in his room.
The light goes out.
She looks down at Natalia and starts to wonder if she's going to make it to a doctor, to a car. And she starts to think about what she saw in Gavigan's house. If there was anything there that she thought would be that would be useful in treating wounds or anything. I mean, she was there for a few days.
Oh, they certainly have some medical supplies there. Some of those were used for you.
She thinks about this for a moment and then looks at Alan and Rory. Do we want to try to go back to the car? Drive back to the town? I don't know if Natalia will... I know there are things at the house. I don't know if they'd save her, but it's the closest place.
And Rory's gonna kind of contemplate for a minute.
Natalia is not dead yet.
With that, she turns off the headlamp so that they can't be seen approaching the gate. And I think they head that way.
Yes, and that is where the scene goes black as your little band turns and heads back the other way down the road. The upper floor of the mansion is just barely silhouetted against the sky. And we will end there.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
Oh, I did not. I thought I could do it. I really did. I was
It,
like, I
it
can
was
take
just,
this.
we had some bad rolls.
It's about as well as a military operation ought to go.
Yep. Man, Rory was kicking ass though.
Yeah. I tell you, falling and fucking dropping shit, and then getting fucking gutted by shotgun shells. Holy shit! I'm surprised he made that that second con check. Oh my god.
You know, it's always the last con check that
Yeah,
always
it's
wins
the
it
one
for
that
you.
matters.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Natalia got caught by the explosion too, so she's fucking-
Yes, yeah. But ironically, she was already down hard. So she missed the worst of the explosion because she was down.
Maybe if Natalia's out of commission, next time Matt can play Dorothy
Or Alan.
or Alan.
Yes. If you meet Dorothy, yes, that would be fun.